Aloha, oi, aloha, hello camera, oi, ba da 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 da. I should really get a grass skirt to wear on occasion, when I'm on the beach, talking about a film involving tropical paradises. No, not Lilo and Stitch, the live action one, which I have still not seen, and I probably should not, for reasons. Angry, blinding rage. No, I got dragged to a different tropical-related Disney live-action remake, Moana. And Moana, I wanted to leave the theater. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. It wasn't that bad, but it was boring. So, context. I'm not the biggest fan of the actual original Moana cartoon. It's fine. It is okay. That's my baseline here. I like the songs. I think they are actually the strongest element. You're Welcome, How Far I'll Go, yada yada. They're all pretty good, catchy, well sung. Mr. the Pebble, the Rockman, can actually carry a tune pretty well, at least for a comedy song. There you go. That's my 30-second review of the original Moana. The new live-action one is just the same damn movie. Again, almost shot for shot, but it looks worse. Not because it's live action, it's because you have the contrast of live action footage, clearly CGI stuff that doesn't look great or looks unfinished or is too uncanny. You have The Rock, who looks like he's in his 50s, because he is, and from the neck down, he is a rubber suit, which, big muscle rubber suit, which I thought would be more distracting. It's not the suit that's distracting, it's that his face does not match his body because his face looks like a man in his 50s who's had a lot of steroid abuse on him already. It don't match the big, kind of cartoonish muscles he's got going on. And keep in mind, Maui in the cartoon looks like a loaf of bread with features. So this is not an improvement. So old man wrestler face on a rubber bodysuit is not really an improvement either. So keep that in mind. But yeah, this is just a literal photocopy of the other movie. So there's not much point for it to exist. I got dragged to this thing because I had a relative who wanted to see it, who likes The Rock, but weirdly had never seen the actual Moana cartoon, and she said this was stupid. So take that as you will. I don't think she would have liked the actual original cartoon either, but there you go. That's about as unbiased as an opinion you can get from someone who literally was never exposed to the original and went into this blind. She thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid, but I'm a little more forgiving because this is just the cartoon again, just slightly worse. There you go. At this point, the Disney remakes fall into kind of into a triangle, to steal a meme, where you have the ones that are at the top, take the original material, do something at least somewhat interesting with it, either via a new context, change protagonist around, something to make it worth existing. The Cinderella remake is in that spot. Maleficent, even though I think those are incredibly frustrating films, there's reason for them to exist. Then you have, to the side over here, the ones that are just a photocopy, but worse, of the original movie. Moana sits in here pretty much as Exhibit A from now on. The Lion King remake falls in here. The ones that barely don't really justify existing, because they're just the same movie, but slightly worse. Then on the other side, you have the ones that overcorrect and drastically change things for better or worse. The Snow White remake sucks ass. Every change they made, for the worse. Probably the worst movie I saw that year, and easily the worst of these live-action ones I've seen. Moana was not very good, but it wasn't that bad. You also have things like the Mulan remake, which I have still never actually seen, but I heard is incredibly different from the regular Mulan. And I've heard that's either a good or a bad thing. Mileage will vary, so maybe I'll watch that one at some point. At least that sounds like it has some reason to be. The live-action Moana does not have a reason to be, and really should not have been made. Especially since Disney just released a successful sequel to the cartoon last year or so. Or the year before? Either way, big successful cartoon sequel, and now they've just muddied the waters by doing a live-action remake of the first movie. While there's a third one in production of the cartoon. I'm wondering if this movie is going to be blamed for that one not being as successful. I can see the future. Ooh, I only use it for evil. Duh, I'm a cat. What do you think I was going to use it for? Anyway, this movie sucks. There's no reason to really see it. If you want to see The Rock have like a look weird, there's a novelty. The actual acting is not bad. The girl they have playing Moana, she does fine. She just doesn't have much to work with, and by default, you're comparing her to the previous version, and that's a problem, because that doesn't let her actually stand on her own as a performer in this, because she's just doing a copy of the other performance. And there's almost no changes between this and that version, so I got nothing. That's it. There's nothing to see here. Go to the beach. That's probably a better use of your time to go to the beach. I'm gonna go walk in the ocean. Bye. I need to go pee in it. Ocean pee. Oh, like and subscribe, etc., etc. Bye bye. Patreon. Go away.